When it comes to dating, you have the opportunity to meet a wide variety of men, and the good news is that there are plenty of fantastic, entertaining, and kind men out there. However, if you want to prevent being blindsided or brokenhearted, there are 7 different types you should avoid. Today we will be discussing about 7 types of men you should avoid. Before starting, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Number 1. The selfish guy. Is the guy you're dating solely interested in himself? If you're dating someone who puts his wants first, shows little interest in you and your interests, and thinks he's the best guy on the earth, it's time to realize you're dating a selfish and arrogant person. Stop dating a guy who has an inflated ego and attempts to convince you that he is an expert at everything. While confidence is seductive, being with someone who has an exaggerated sense of self and who is unconcerned or troubled by your wants and desires is not. Number 2. The liar. Dating someone you can't rely on and who isn't honest or frank with you is difficult and emotionally draining. When you're dating a liar, he'll frequently make promises he can't keep, fabricate stories that aren't true, and keep you in the dark about who he is. When a person deceives you knowingly and willfully, it's an instant red sign that he can't be trusted, especially since trust is the foundation of any happy, rewarding, and healthy relationship. You must be able to trust him as your partner in order for your relationship to thrive. It's also time to say goodbye if you're dating a guy who is prone to lying and making things up. Number 3. The player. When you genuinely adore the guy you're dating, you can feel compelled to take things to the next level. If you're dating a player, though, the next stage of your relationship may never arrive. Guys who are players aim to make your connection shallow, which is why they are typically evasive about their whereabouts, text often, and disregard the thought of introducing you to friends and family. If you're searching for a long-term, committed relationship, it's critical that you let go of the player you're with and seek out someone who shares your desire for a deep, meaningful connection. Number 4. The guy who strings you along. It's fairly uncommon to date someone on and off for a long time because there are so many different people and alternatives in the dating pool. For example, you might go on a couple dates with someone and then not hear from him again for weeks. And it's usually a late-night text. To avoid being treated as if you're disposable by a guy who only contacts you when he feels like it, when he's bored, or when he's seeking for a hookup, go for a guy who prioritizes having you in his life, instead of being just another name on his phone. You should avoid this type of person and go for someone with whom you truly connect. Number 5. The guy who puts in no effort. When it comes to dating, the man isn't the only one who needs put forth the effort. This is a person you should avoid if you're the one who always calls him, has to set up the plans, and frequently feels like you have to do everything to keep your relationship alive. You and the guy you're dating must both work hard to spend time together and get to know one another. This isn't a healthy dynamic when you're doing all the giving and getting nothing in return. If a guy seems uninterested in spending time with you, it's time to find someone else to spend your time with. Number 6. The emotionally unavailable guy. It can be difficult to date a man who is emotionally cut off and aloof. He may never open up to you, reveal his thoughts, or be vulnerable in your presence. And if you want to have a deep and meaningful relationship, you should avoid an emotionally unavailable man since he will never truly open up to you. If he keeps you at arm's length and never lets his guard down around you, for example, your relationship will never advance because you will never get to know the true person he is on the inside. Number 7. The controlling guy. Have you ever been told by the guy you're dating who you can and can't talk to, or what you can and can't wear? Controlling males want to dominate and intimidate you, and they are frequently envious and suspicious of your other connections, and they try to keep an eye on you at all times of the day. If you're being bullied or controlled by the guy you're dating, it's time to stop communicating with him right away, as this is a kind of abuse. You are your own person, and you are the only one who has the authority to determine what you can and cannot do. This concludes today's video. What are your thoughts on our list? Please let us know what you think in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like us and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates.